Hello there! You are watching Chapter 14X of my Fire Emblem 6 hard mode 0% gross playthrough presented by Don151 and Mekkah.
Hello.
Compared to the chaos of the previous map, this one is pretty boring by comparison, I think.
Yeah, this chapter has a lot less going on. It has a couple things, but they're not as interesting as the last chapters. This is another Gaida map, so this map has something special for us. In this case, it's disappearing tiles, but it's really not that interesting because Don is going to finish the chapter in such a low amount of turns that it doesn't even matter that these tiles end up disappearing. Something that does matter is the bolting. Bolting is a 3-10 range tome, which does mean it cannot attack at 1-2 range, but it can attack a pretty wide radius around the unit that's using it. And these two sages in the middle of the map, you'll see them in a moment, they both have it, and they can both target a pretty significant portion of the map, which can be really annoying. The way we deal with it is we use Echidna to lure away the boss's bolting from Milady, so she doesn't get targeted. And then the other sage would be able to bolting Milady, but he ends up healing one of his comrades because he's almost dead. So that way we don't really have to deal with it.
The AI in this game generally prefers to heal over attack. You'll see that occur later on in several instances where a unit that has like a purge and a physic, purge is another 3-10 range tome, will prefer to use physic instead of using the attack, even if he has the option to kill someone.
Yeah, so the reason Milady is hanging out about there while everyone else is on the other side of the map is she's going to kill the boss on the second turn, and then we get to use our shiny new warp staff to actually finish off the chapter, which is pretty amazing.
Yes, we'll see here why warp staff is one of the most important items in a low turn count playthrough. For those of you who are not familiar with how the warp staff works, essentially it allows a staff using unit to teleport another unit within a certain distance. In Fire Emblem 6, that distance is a minimum of 5, plus the user's magic divided by 2, rounded down. So in the case of Saul, who has 7 magic, he has 5 plus 7 over 2 rounded down, which is 3. So 5 plus 3 equals 8 maximum warp range. And that's enough to just barely boost Roy over the body of water and that little wall that separates him from the throne.
Yeah, that way we don't have to put Roy in harm's way and he can just see safely. Something else right here is this Berserker that just killed himself. That's because he had a Devil Axe and he crit it while he was gonna hurt himself. Devil Axe gives you a chance to basically experience recoil damage instead of actually dealing damage. So that's why that happened. We just did it for fun because the chapter is otherwise really boring.
Yep. And before Roy sees us here, Shannon's going to attack the priest for some EXP, but she has some indecision over what weapon to use. Doesn't really matter.
Most important decision in the game, probably.
Yeah. Roy gets Forblaze, which is Divine Anima Tome. We're never going to use that. And that's Chapter 14 next, completed in 2 turns. We will see you next time.
See ya.